Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Beefstalk YouTube channel. It is Sarah here for another haul. This is not one of my, I guess, normal hauls, as you would put it, not like a grocery store haul or like a mall haul or a mukbang. This is a haul of everything I got when my grandpa died. So it's a mix of like things I inherited versus also just like things I took from his house because we cleaned it out and are selling it. So we've got some books, we've got some knickknacks, we've got some vehicles. Yeah, so let's get on with the haul. First things first, I got his car. It was promised to me right before he died, and I'm gonna share my screen to show it to you. There it is. A black Lexus ES 330 from 2005. Beautiful grandpa car. And now it's mine. So that is the first thing that I got from my grandpa. Moving on, we'll go to books now. So my grandpa was a big reader, big learner. He had a lot of books in his house, and something that we actually did at his memorial, which was at his house, is we let people take books off the shelves. I got, my family got first pick, and there were so many to look at and go through. But these are the ones that I decided on. And Ben took a whole stack too, and my parents too. But these ones are specifically mine. This first one is kind of a silly, like little cookbook. It's called To Cook a Bachelor's Goose. It was actually written by a family member of ours, who I don't think I ever really knew. She died when I was really young. But it really has just like silly drawings in it. It's like how to cook your way into a man's heart, which is, kind of funny. But it has these great drawings in it. So when I saw this on a shelf, especially with one of our family members' names on it, I really wanted it. Okay, first book. Next up is a collection of J.D. Salinger short stories. J.D. Salinger was like one of my grandpa's favorite authors. He loved Catcher in the Rye. So this has 9 stories, which I'm very excited. Like it is a little dusty, a little musty. Oh, and then in it, I just like slipped this in it, like because I like found this picture too. It's like a picture of me and him, which is not like an actual bookmark. I just put it in there when we were cleaning stuff out to keep it safe. So a J.D. Salinger book. Next up we have On the Road, Jack Kerouac. Now, you're gonna say, Sarah, misogyny? And I'm gonna say yes, I know. But I also think it is still important, like, to read books that were like important for culture and things like that at certain times, just to like, understand what was going on. Also, like, I didn't give anybody any money to get this, I took it off a shelf. I'm not like directly supporting anyone with my dollar. And I also read a little bit of On the Road when I was in high school. And while I in like the one chapter I read was like, okay, this is misogynistic and weirdly written. I really like stream of consciousness writing, and that's pretty much what this is. And I'm just also just interested in like the beat poetry era. So Jack Kerouac, and like I'm going into it knowing like I'm not going to be like, oh my god, this is the best piece of writing in the world. Like I know. On the same kind of note, a collection of Charles Bukowski poems. I know he was also not an awesome guy. But one reason why I took this book and some other books too is like these were poets that my grandpa really liked. And I think a good way to get to know somebody is to read the writing that they like and try to understand why they like it. So this kind of feels like having like a piece of him, which I am very excited about. And the same kind of goes for the Kerouac stuff. Um, Similar in the vein of like reading things that help you feel connected to somebody. I took a Walt Whitman collection of poetry too. I think Walt Whitman was my grandpa's favorite poet. Um, my dad and uncle used some Walt Whitman quotes in their like speeches at the memorial. And I can't say I've ever really read any Walt Whitman. I have read some Charles Bukowski in high school. Walt Whitman, I'm not sure. So I took a collection of his poetry and might crack into this, and hopefully I hope that like some of these books are annotated or something like that, to see if there was, comments from my grandpa in them. not super high hopes, but it would be cool. Next up is a book that I actually had never heard of, but I picked it up off the shelf and Ben said, "Oh, you should get that. It's a really good book. It's called Even Cowgirls Get the Blues." At first I thought it was just kind of a funny, silly name. I was like, "Oh, I love a cowgirl who gets the blues." But apparently it's a really famous good book and it's a novel. The cover's in pretty poor shape. I might tape it because I do want to read it. Especially like, it's a novel, so it's more like readable than the poetry books. So I would like to read it. Might have to tape it up, but it looked really interesting to me. In our last book, this book is called Synanon, The Tunnel Back. And Synanon was a group organization. Some have called it a cult, including Wikipedia, that my grandpa was involved in for a while in the 60s and 70s that I've been really interested about. So I think this would just be a really interesting kind of adventure into the community that my grandfather found himself in the 60s and 70s. Yeah, you guys should look up Synanon. It was an interesting time. Okay, that is that for books. Now let's go into like knickknacks because let me tell you, that house was full of knickknacks. Okay, first up, we have a little collection of candles that I took. I actually think I took these before he died. I think I took these from his house like around Christmas time. But to me, like they count as my like, haul. So these were in a bathroom and like a cabinet that was full of candles. And they're like shaped like flowers, which I think is so cool. These belong to my grandma. Um, so cool. And they don't like they all kind of smell the same because they were like in this cabinet together. To me, they kind of smell like baby powder, which I think is like a cute scent. I don't think I'll actually like ever burn these. They're kind of just like little decorations. Yeah, but super, super cute candles. More candles coming in, including like this little candle holder. This, again, to me, it just smells like all the other candles. It says mimosa on it. No. Cute little like candle glass holder. And then these two like matching textured candles, also really, really cool. And do these have scents? They literally all smell the same. Like, I think because they were just like in this cabinet together for 20 years. Okay, candles, more knickknacks. This like adorable heart-shaped vase. Honestly, I feel like it could be a vase or like a tapered candle holder, like on a dining table. Um, Really, really cute. There was actually a bunch of these. I want to say there's probably like 3 or something in their garage, but I only needed one. Um, but my grandma was really, really into flowers. She used to do landscaping. Her garden was very elaborate, so there were so many vases and stuff in the house. So I took this one. The salt and pepper shakers and their pumpkins. My grandma was obsessed with like autumnal decorations. Like she decorated for fall, not just Halloween, but fall. So I took these because I thought they were really, really cute. Also from their kitchen, I took two like muffin holders, which I thought would be like so fun to make muffins. I don't have like a lot of kitchen stuff, having lived like in school housing, but now that I'm, you know, moving out into an apartment like a real girl, um, it'll be fun like to do baking and stuff. Like I have so much baking stuff here, but that like belongs here to my parents. So I'm excited to have my own set. Um, Another little kitchen item were these like salad tossers from Italy. They say Amalfi on them, so like from the Amalfi coast. So super cute. Honestly, they look like barely used, but these are for like tossing a salad and whatnot. And they have like an orange on them, and they say Italy on the back. So I thought these were really cute, so I took those. And then this was on like a bookshelf. This wasn't actually like ever used in the kitchen. But it's this amazingly hilarious like little teacup. It's hard to see, but that is a cucumber, and that is like an Illuminati style eye. And inside of the cup, it says The cucumber is nature's telescope. With it, we see the universe. Like, I've literally never read anything more true in my entire life. So, like, this little teacup came with this little saucer, and I just think it was, like, adorable and hilarious. So I took that. Okay, last thing I guess would be in the knickknacks. I don't know. This menorah that was on display in my grandparents' house, I like always admired like my whole life. I think it's like really beautiful. I don't have like really any of my own Judaica. Obviously, I have stuff here, but none that like belongs specifically to me. I have like a $5 menorah that I got at Safeway like 2 years ago, but this is nice to have like an actual real one. Yeah, so this will be really cute to have. And it feels, good to know that it came from my Jewish grandparents, something that I can have from them, part of the culture. So yeah, very exciting to have this, especially because like I would see it in their house all the time and be like, oh, it's so beautiful. And now I have it. Okay, now we're going kind of into like personal items again. So my grandpa used to be a doctor and he kept like so much doctor stuff, even though like he'd been retired my entire life, but he still has so much stuff from when he was a doctor. So this is one of his like ID badges. So he worked at Kaiser, the one that's in like East Hollywood, Los Feliz area. This is one of his ID badges. It says Joel Satzman, physician, orthopedics, and like his picture on it. So I thought this was like very cool, like with like the clip and everything too. Like imagine doctor's coat having it there. This was just something that I thought was special that I wanted to keep. Ben found another one too. So Ben has one. And then I also just found this, like in his office. It says Kaiser on it. I think it is like a business card holder because people used to do that, have business cards and things like that. I don't know exactly what I'll put in it. I just thought it was kind of a cool, it's like a nice book. It's like leather bound. It has the like embossed edges and everything. So, maybe I'll put silly little photo cards in it. But I thought this was cool and cute and fun to have. This was also in my grandpa's office. This was on his bookshelf. And this is a picture of me and him when I'm a very small little baby, bald baby. Yeah, that I thought would be really nice to have. I can't figure out where we are in the picture. I don't think we're at either of our houses. But yeah, very special. He had this in his office for 20 years. And now I'll have it. Just, cute. Okay, this was not his. This belonged to my grandma. So my grandma, step grandma, not blood related to, has Swedish heritage, and then I have Swedish heritage on my mom's side. So even though like I'm not Swedish from her, we used to do like Swedish stuff together. Like she used to take me to this Swedish festival in LA when I was a kid. So in part of cleaning up the house, we found this like amazing shirt, which is so fun and cool. It has like all of like these like Swedish motifs on it. Really, really adorable. It says Sverige Sweden. Yeah, I don't know. But really, really cute. We used to celebrate this holiday, which is Santa Lucia Day, and I would like wear this crown with candles in it. Literally the lingonberry, like the lingonberry drink from IKEA. Yeah, so just a lot of cute stuff. Ben found this like deep in a closet somewhere, so I was really happy when he showed it to me. Okay, moving on with clothes. Ben and my cousin Isaac and I went through my grandpa's like closet and dresser and stuff. So if there was any clothes that we wanted, and I found this shirt, Galapagos with the blue-footed booby. He used to wear this shirt like all the time. I don't know if I'll actually wear it, maybe wear it as like a pajama shirt, but it's kind of nice to have like a keepsake, especially because this was a shirt that I would see him wear all the time. So it's kind of nice to have that. Also, you guys know me, cannot resist a turtleneck. Pretty epic. I honestly don't think my grandpa ever wore this. He was a SoCal dude through and through. T-shirt and jeans was his motif. So this is cool. And it's like old too. Like the tag looks like super retro, but I love a turtleneck for layering, for having fun. So that's that. And then I also found this like really cool pair of like Patagonia, like swim shorts, like outdoor shorts. And usually men's bottoms don't fit me because like I have hips and stuff, but these actually did. I tried them on like once I took them home. So honestly, we'll probably bring these to Costa Rica. Maybe go swimming in them, definitely go hiking in them. Nothing in the pockets. You know, I wouldn't really expect anything to be in swim shorts. But yeah, that is, oh wait, I can't forget. This isn't something that I technically got from him, but my mom took a risograph class this spring, which is a type of printmaking, and she printed little like pamphlets, kind of to be like programs from his memorial. And I think I have 2 copies. And it's just like really cute and special. So the first page is a family picture. So risograph printing is like you start with it like digital and you print it on these like big glass panes, and there's only like certain colors you can use. So obviously this is like a digital photograph from a phone, but then she was able to print it. So this is like a family photo of us at a restaurant that we used to go to a lot in Santa Monica. And then it's just like full of like little things that were like essentials to my grandpa, his sports teams, books. He used to play tennis and he loved to travel. And this is the menu from his favorite restaurant that we had cater his memorial. And then the back is a print of a bandana because he used to wear bandanas like around his forehead a lot. And it says May 21st, 2023, which was the day of his memorial. Alrighty. Thank you all for tuning in to my inheritance house pillaging haul. I hope you guys enjoyed. Got a little taste of what, Joel Satzman was like and what he's left with us. Drop a comment of what you got when someone in your family died. Or what you're hoping to get when someone does. Like, is there something you've got your eye on in someone's house? Okay, thank you all for joining me. Please, please, please hit the subscribe button. We are trying to get the Beef Stock channel to 1 mil by the end of the summer, and I think we can do it. All right, thank you guys. Bye-bye.